Have you ever thought to yourself, if I write this book, how the heck in the world am I going to get people to read this book? Or maybe you asked yourself, who's going to read my book if I put one out there? Or maybe you've asked yourself this, what if nobody reads my book besides my mom? Right? These are all thoughts that go through a lot of people's heads when they're writing their first book, or shoot, even their second or third book. I know I've had some of these thoughts as I've written more books, but I know how to handle it. And here's the good thing. Here's the good thing. If you're having these thoughts, it means you care. And if you care, it means that you're more willing, oftentimes, to promote this and to actually talk about the book that you create. Okay? I know that from working with hundreds and hundreds of authors, that the more an author, the stronger an author's why is of writing the book, and the more an author cares about the actual impact it can have, the more successful this author is in terms of getting readership. Okay? And so the good thing here is that we're going to talk about how you can get people to actually read your book once it's out. Because one of the biggest things that people always say is, Jake, I just wrote my book. Now what do I do with it? Okay? And this can be a very, very real thing because you spend all this time, energy, and effort, and then you think I'm going to launch the book and the sales are just going to roll in. My life's going to change overnight. And in a lot of ways, your life does change. But that's just the beginning of the next adventure. Now you have a book and you have to market it, whether you're self-published or professionally published or traditionally published. You have to market your book. If you don't market your book, nobody else will. Now, it's a good thing that growing up, I played this game called Bop It, okay? It's this game, and you probably recognize right off the bat where I am going. This game is called Bop It. It's that game that had twist it, pull it, bop it, right? And you were racing against the time. And I love this game. Not because it just made the time pass quickly, but because of how memorable this thing was and how it created memories and also how it got stuck in my damn head every single time I played it. Twist it, pull it, bop it, right? Like it had those things and it would go faster. Twist it, bop it, pull it, twist it, pull it, right? And it would do all these things. Now this game got stuck in my mind over and over and over again, and I can hear the jingle. I can hear the jingle all the time. The minute someone says bop it, I'm triggered, twist it. If someone says pull it, I think of this game, okay? And so I want to use this game, this same metaphor, right, to help us always get triggered and always think about actions we can take to get people to read our book. And so this is how we are going to do it. Give it, speak it, sell it. Give it, speak it, sell it. And I want you to think about the game of Bop It, right? Have that jingle. Give it, speak it, sell it. Give it, speak it, sell it, right? It goes faster and faster and faster. So here's how you can do this. Now, you can do this daily, you can do this weekly, you can do this monthly, but no matter what, if you want more readers, if you want more buyers, if you want more clients, if you want more speaking gigs, you need to get your book in the right people's hands. The more books you can have in the right people's hands, regardless of which of these three ways you're using, the more likely you are to achieve your long-term results with your book. For example, when I was writing any of my books, I'll go with my first one. When I wrote my first book, I didn't know exactly who the perfect reader was. So I had a big net and I hoped that it would get to the right people. As I narrowed it down, I got more specific, I could have the right people get my book, and that led to more results on the back end. With my second book, I got more intentional. I knew who I wanted to be the first audience of this book, so I made sure that that audience was who I targeted, and because of that, I got tons of speaking engagements. With my third book, it was more of an entrepreneurial book. So what did I do? I made sure that I targeted and gave the book, sold the book, and spoke the book to people who were in the entrepreneurial world who could then hire me on the back end for that while also building my own personal network. Okay, so here are the three ways that you can get people to read your book once it's actually out there. Number one is give it. Okay, give your book away. Donate it to charities. Put it in libraries. Gift it to clients and prospects. Share it with your dream partners. Put it in VIP swag bags for events, masterminds, and retreats. Give the digital book as a lead magnet. Give the paperback book as a free plus shipping funnel. When you give your book, you can choose who gets your book. This is a huge opportunity. When you give your book, you get to choose who actually receives your book. which allows you to choose the right audience. And if that audience is ready for what you have to offer, now you are going to be in their inner circle in terms of thought process. They're going to be thinking about you. They're going to be thinking about your book, and it eventually might lead to an incredible opportunity. Okay. When you give the book, you can see this. This is a very, very tangible asset that you are giving someone. It's not like you're giving someone a 3-page checklist. You're giving somebody a tangible asset with a real value attached to it. Okay, this is a physical product that people can actually go buy online. So you're not making up a perceived value. There's a true value. It's a tangible asset, and people love to receive books. Okay? Next is you can speak it. So how do you get more people to read your book? You speak it. You talk about your book on social media. All right, this is one of the biggest triggers to success. The more you talk about your book, the more sales you're going to get, okay? The more you talk about your book, the more people will see your book. And after a certain amount of times, those people will eventually take action, or they will say it's not for them and they'll move on. But guess what? It's your job to put your book in front of the people who can benefit the most from the book that you just wrote. And so how do you speak about it? Well, you can share educational content from the book. You can share the process of you creating the book. You can share daily actions of how you use the book. You can share testimonials and how other people have benefited from the book. You can share how people can actually get your book. All of these are different ways to promote your book and to speak about your book to get more readers without just saying, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. You're putting yourself out there. You're speaking about it. You're giving educational content about the book to inform people so they can see why they actually need it. You're using the book to curate your content. You're speaking about it. This all lends itself to more credibility, which lends itself to more authority, which lends itself to more opportunities. And then the last way you can get people to get more readers from your book is to sell the shit out of it. All right, you worked your butt off to get this book done. Sell the crap out of it. All right, promote your book. Sell it at the back end of your keynotes. Sell it online. Sell it on your own store. Drive traffic to it through ads. Run Amazon ads. Do free plus shipping funnels. And ask people to buy your book because you know it will help them. Okay? Sell your book. Don't be afraid of promoting your book often. All right? That's why you wrote it. You wrote it to help other people. And it's a very, very low investment for people. It's a very affordable investment for most people to be able to pick up a copy of a book. So talk about it. Sell it. Okay? So now you know it. And you can think of the jingle. Give it, speak it, sell it. Boom. Give it, speak it, sell it. Boom. And if you think about this and you say, how can I give one person a book today? How can I speak about my book one time? And how can I try to sell a book today? Right? You know that people are going to benefit from your book. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have written it. You know that your book, on the other side of your book, is speaking opportunities, lead generations, new partnerships. All of this comes on the back end of you writing a great book that shares your experience and shares your expertise. These are the ways you get in front of the right people. Now, if you want to grab a copy of my book, watch this, okay? Speaking about it, right? I'm speaking about it right now. I'm going to tell you exactly how you can get my book. And I'm going to give it to you, right? I'm going to give it to you. So you can get a free copy of my book, Big Idea to Bestseller. This is the ultimate roadmap to showing you how to write the book, publish the book, and launch the book for business success and for impact on the back end. And I'm going to give it to you. Just go to bigideatobestseller.com/free-book. That's bigideatobestseller.com/free-book. You go there, you can grab a copy of the book. All right, and we'll mail it to you. Just cover the shipping. This is a perfect example of how in this podcast sphere, I am doing an episode about how to help you get more readers as a aspiring author or existing author. And then I'm also showing you, while in this episode, I'm showing you how I speak about my book, how I can give you a copy of my book, right? So I'm practicing these things, and you might go grab a copy of the book, or maybe you already have it. This might trigger you to tell someone else about it. You never know what's going to happen. So here's my challenge to you. Here is my challenge to you. Whether you have a book or do not have a book, who can you gift your book to? So if you don't have one yet, who would you want to gift your book? If you do have a book, who can you gift your book to? Then do it. Number 2, speak it. Speak about something you'd put in your book or speak about something that is in your book. And number 3 is sell it. If you don't have a book, sell the idea. And if you do have a book, sell your book. Get one sale right after this. So give it, speak it, sell it. Boom. That's a wrap. I'll see you on the next one.